Good day to you all. This is the voice of Olapade Samuel, also known as Engineer Samuel, Vibe Ambassador for Uptrend, and also representing Uptrend Africa. Recently, Uptrend clocked 50,000 membership, and the whole matter was just the thing happened just within 11 months without one single wow, single paid advert. That's interesting. And here with me is AGK Emeka. I think I get your name correctly. The OVIC Nigeria Community Manager. And today he's going to be sharing, leading us into the understanding, overview of cryptocurrency in general, as share his experience as a trader, and also is going to tell us the benefit we Africa can derive from this technology. Sit back and listen.
Yeah, thank you, Samuel. And I really appreciate you organizing this interview with me. And yes, I'm happy to respond to your questions. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So it's going to be a quick one, and we are going to be looking into the crypto world generally, and also we look into your personal skill and your introduction about yourself, and we move into trading. Then we also entered into how Africa has been now entering into cryptocurrency. Everybody wants to learn about it. Even Google is talking about Nigeria be at the forefront of Bitcoin, and also Africa nations, countries are coming into the digital assets uh, technology. People want to really know about it. So we will look into that and also its trading aspect in which you will be sharing with us.
Yeah, thank you. Like as you said, I'm Chukwemeke Ezeke, and I currently work as a community manager for Huobi. And basically, I actually help companies develop strategies to market and help create continuous awareness and research on market entry points and help create process to market and seek local relationships, being able to bridge the gap between local and international corporations to be able to do business and actually advise on the process to go about it. And also help manage and growth hack the social media accounts and also help organize events and ensure that I give proper feedback on what will be the best process to be able to achieve um, a reasonable outcome for anything we want to do. So basically, you could say in general, I'm a business development strategist and a community manager and also a growth hacker. So basically, I have some backgrounds in tech. I actually have some background before going into the blockchain space about technology and all that. And but basically, for me, I love the entrepreneurship skills I'm gaining from. Yeah, I was an entrepreneur before this, but I can I'm learning from the process and is improving how to deal with businesses and how to create relationships, which is really important in creating in actually scaling any business in this world today. So basically, for me, you see me as a progressive thinker and someone who would not always look at the negative side of things. I always think out solutions, and that is the simple part of me. I love thinking, and that is it. So uh, thank you. So that's basically introduction about me.
Wow, that's what a lot of. I have already picked up my diary to be jotting out different skills that you have acquired and how you have been helping in areas of business developing developers, I think business developers, and also as a community manager at this moment. And also, as you are introducing yourself, I'm trying to go through some and I begin to look at it. Uh, are you trained as an IT officer, or is that where your education background is coming from?
My background was communication engineering, and I self-taught myself some programming skills online. So I used to do a lot of tutorials online. So basically, most of the things I learned today were self-taught, and maybe I've spent a lot of hours learning from different resources online, YouTube, Udemy, EDX, Udacity, and a lot of free courses from an Australia free course online. So I've done series of free course. Yeah, maybe I don't have any certificate on that, but I think they've actually given me some skills. I've learned about data insights from how to use data for progressive outcome, and basically that has helped me be more relevant in the space. And yes, I didn't go to any formal university, and but I learned all I know today, basically being a research person and studious person with the internet. So I think the internet should take credit for most of the things I know today. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good one. Now let's now quickly look into the crypto world generally. Um, I know that there are some of our listeners that want to really know about cryptocurrency, as we know that day in, day out, we have new technology coming in, and also we have some newbies that want to really know about what digital assets is actually, what it is. So I will put it to you as a community manager and also someone that already have experience in crypto world generally. What do you feel, or what do you think uh, you can give out as a definition for cryptocurrency?
Okay. Well, cryptocurrency is the byproduct of the underlying technology, which is blockchain. So let me just make it so easy, like in a way that everyone could just easily get it. Now, internet, there is a technology behind it, which is the internet, the way the internet operates and the way messages are sent from one server to server. That is centralized. The internet came out, and lots of people developed a project upon that. We have Facebook, we have LinkedIn, we have Twitter, we have Instagram. They were byproduct of the internet. The internet was a technology that came out and enabled Amazon, Facebook, Google, name it. So we had lots of projects which were built from this. Now, they don't have cryptocurrency. Facebook doesn't have, all those companies doesn't have. But what they have is company shares, which is listed on either the New York Stock Exchange, foreign stock exchanges. Now, that is their assets. So a lot of people, private individuals, were able to buy into their shares, which was centralized. It wasn't open to the general public. There are few certain number of people who can easily have access to those. So blockchain technology was developed by um, different set of scientists. I would say blockchain technology is quite open source, but the individual who made it very popular was Satoshi Nakamoto, who used it to create the Bitcoin. And from the Bitcoin, we started having other people create cryptocurrencies from it. Now, what cryptocurrencies as are assets of companies. Let's see it as the assets of company, which allows any individual being able to hold the assets. So it's not really centralized. Every individual globally can easily hold onto the assets in a transparent model. Now, the transparent model being that everything you do in the space, every movement of data is actually time stamped, and it can be tracked, it can be seen. Nothing is hidden. You can actually know where the assets are moving to. So that's where we have the peer-to-peer system, whereby people can send from point A to point B. without any third-party system. So it's an improved infrastructure that could actually enable people leverage on a more open system to include them in a global will I say economy. So just see digital asset as an improvement for people in the global economy. Everyone can own the future unicorn company assets. Lots of people were empowered by Bitcoin, and some people moved from the average class or from the lower class to the higher class because of Bitcoin. So let's see it as a new opportunity for Africa to be able to gain access to a global market. So that's what I see it as. Thank you.
Yeah, great one. From your explanation, I can see that the world of cryptocurrency really have many things to offer the people, and especially Africa, knowing fully well that we know where we are coming from, we know what our environment is saying, and we know what our governments are actually doing, and they are not ready to even help. And now, looking at the good thing that crypto world has bring to our table or brought to our table, can we say that digital assets don't really have their worst part also, or are we saying that everything about crypto world is all perfect?
No, it's not 100%. Like I said, it's still a developing technology, but like I said, there's the good. There are a lot of scams that have happened. A lot of people have taken advantage of people because it's new. A lot of disadvantage because if since there's no regulation yet, it becomes difficult for some individuals to know how to actually come into the space. So basically there are a lot of disadvantage because it's quite new. So someone needs to actually find the right community to have the right education, and the technology is quite will I say, let's just say, put it this way, it's still developing. So lots of things will happen in the future that will improve the system. The disadvantage now is well noted. But what I would say is that the advantage, what with the hopefulness of what it could help people achieve, is not a solution for all. It's not actually the God that will solve every problem in the world. But what we are saying is that the improvement, especially in the way things are actually being operated. Let's say the operation is actually the most important thing. It's going to allow a lot of people be included in the financial system. Now, where it's going to first disrupt is the financial system globally. So if it has started doing that organically, and we'll see more improvements in that process. So the major thing here is that people are hopeful for the inclusion the blockchain gives them in the global operation of things. Now, they are not excluded in it. So it's different from the centralized system. So there are disadvantages, but the strength of it is the light it can bring to the people. So let's say the light overshines the darkness. So for that, people are still hopeful that this will be great for them to stick to it. So that's the pushing force for the blockchain technology. Thank you.
Yeah, great one. Now coming to Africa, uh, knowing that Africans, we are always going after quick get rich uh, projects, or when you are trying to invest your money, you try to look at when am I going to get my money back? What are the profits? What are the gains I'm going to receive from all these things that you are talking about? And we want it as quick as possible. Now, looking at the digital world, or let me say digital access technology, what do you think, you as a community manager representing Huobi, and you are a business developer, what do you think that we as an African can do, African leader can do to really bring in these people in the other world into this crypto world, so that they too, they can benefit from these what crypto world has really placed before us, and not for us alone to now be, and there are people out there. What do you think we can?
Okay, basically for that to occur, the most important part is education. Now, a lot of people are not properly educated financially about what all this means. So a lot of people have misled people by the way things are said online. You know, when you go online and type about crypto, it's all about fast money. You hardly find, there are things, there are education material, but what comes up on Facebook, most of the social media people engage is people flashing cars, people flashing gold. So a lot of people mindset is that, is this thing all about put money and just get quick cash? So what's the responsibility of those companies, both the local and international company, is to ensure it's positioned well to properly educate people about what this is. So people really need to understand what it means to own a digital asset and what it means to actually have the proper knowledge how to identify a good digital asset so you can make good financial decisions. Now, excluding that, it becomes very difficult to make people really understand this, and because they have to always try before they learn. So I think for us to be able to get these people included in this system, it is now important we have selfless people trying to educate those people on what these things means. So at that point, they have the foundation and the fundamentals to be able to say, choose right and be able to come into the space with the right mindset. So basically for me, I would say education is on the top list. That is on the top list for getting more people included in this space properly. And so education is really important.
Yeah, thank you for that. Education is very, very important. Now, let's look into what that you represent as a community manager. Yeah, Nigeria is a big country, and not we can overemphasize or talk about Nigeria. When you are talking about cryptocurrency in Africa, Nigeria should be at least, if not number one, should be two. And we have South Africa, a world developing country, and you representing Nigeria is a huge, how would I put it, figure. As far as looking at that exchange, for me, I look at it as for me, I see it as the safest platform that make it easy to buy and sell. And many people are trying to learn how to trade, how to do this, how to sell, how to gain profit. Can you, what are the information you can release to the world as well as this exchange is that make you see Huobi as safest exchange that everybody can use?
Thank you for that question. It's really a very good question. So let me talk about the strength of Huobi. And basically, Huobi, if you know about this, Huobi has been operating since 2013. That's 6 years plus now. Now, in 6 years, Huobi has actually had no security breach. Now, that is strong. That is a strong statement to show you that we really have a good security system. Now, excluding that, we've grown over the years to be operating in 130 regions. And excluding being operated in 130 regions, we have what we call a localization system. So Huobi has a local team centered in each region, which gives us an advantage of entering the market with the right regulation and the right. So I could say to you, Huobi is one of the most regulated exchanges globally now. They are very interested in being compliant with the government regulation. They just don't want to operate an exchange. They also want to be regulated. And currently, we once controlled 50% of the market shares in crypto trading. So that has to show you that we have a very strong history, which you could actually back on. Now, we know that hacking of exchanges has been one of the biggest trouble in the space. We've had lots of millions of dollars siped away by hackers. So if Huobi has been able to keep from strength to strength in 6 years, we can back on that. And also there is an insurance fund of over $200 million, which is to ensure the exchange against any form of hack in event it ever occurs. So you find out that Huobi is preparing itself to ensure that it protects its customers. One of the goals for Huobi is to ensure that consumers and the customers and the users in any form are the first, like on the list. They are top priority for us. We ensure that they are well taken care of, that the user experience in using the exchange, it's actually top notch. So you can back on that security is top notch for us, and user experience. Those are the top notch for us, user experience and security. And that's, you can say we are very, very, very serious on those two key points. Thank you.
Wow, that's interesting and a great one. And because I can relate with you, relate with when you're talking about hackers and exchanges being hacked and many a lot of money lost, records of exchanges. These are has been one of the when you talk about security and also um, protecting a customer that you put inside a particular place and you have a system that can protect you. I think is a thing that you can uh, boast for, and also that's a great one for Obi. Then again, I begin to look at it. Do you guys really have a an avenue to uh, to release maybe trainings for people that are just upcoming so that they can understand how your exchange works, or there are new people that will be coming into the system that really want to understand how your exchange works? Do you have a training ground, online, offline, that people can benefit
Okay. Basically, I organize trainings even on WhatsApp group and on different occasions. So I would say we have also this blog whereby if you're new to cryptocurrency or blockchain technology, you can go to blog.huobi.com and find a lot of materials to help you learn about. It's animated materials, very fun. When you see them, you love them. You could watch it all day. It's short and it passes the message in minutes. So in seconds and minutes. So we have such materials on Huobi, blog.huobi.com. When you go to blog.huobi.com, you find those materials where you learn about blockchain 101. So anyone interested in this should just go type blog.huobi.com. You first get a basic knowledge about the history of Bitcoin, how it all started, and you learn from lots of material. What is miming? What is hashing? You learn those basics. Now, after learning those basics, it's easier for you to start seeking materials on how to learn more about whatever about the whole space. So generally, education is important for us. So when you go to huobiglobal.com, you find lots of materials that could help you, catch up with what has been happening in the space for the past 10, 11 years.
That's
Thank
great one. Okay, you're still speaking.
No, thank you. That's fine.
All right, all right. So in the next I will need to ask you. I know you must be a trader. You are a trader, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. What's your take on daily trading? Because I know that there are people that look at it that daily trading, most of time you lost so many, a lot of money, except especially if you don't know how to trade. Now, as you have been in the system for maybe quite a number of years or months, and uh, people will want to really listen to you, your view about daily trading.
Okay. Thank you for that question. Daily trading, if you want to be a daily trader, you have to really be really educated about what you're doing. So I won't say it's profitable for some. It could be a loss for some. So, but the first thing you should know about investing in anything is that you should have a very good risk management system. When I mean a very good risk management system is that you should know what you can afford to lose. Number one, you should have a strategy plan, an exit plan. You should have a real strong discipline on how you want to go on your trade daily. Now, follow it. You should follow that up. You should not become emotional and start trading as you feel. Do not trade as feeling. Trade with a process. Build a process which we call strategy, and focus on that process. I think with that you can actually survive in the space and never get tired of learning. Always feel free to come to communities of traders, find out what works, learn from them, and always be focused on how to build a strong strategy. Very, very important in day trading. You should have a strong strategy which you stick to. Do not trade on feelings. Do not trade on every news. Do not trade on, on what people are saying. Always ensure you have your own strategy to market and stick to that process. That's the way for you to survive in day trading. But yes, it can be profitable, but it can also be very risky. We know the cryptocurrency market is a very volatile space. So that's why you have to have a very good risk management system and stick to your process. Thank you.
Yeah, that's a good that's a good one. Yeah. Now let me ask you. I think the last time we share things together, I give a little information about what I do as a blogger, and I don't know. Have you take your time to look into a platform called Uptrend?
Yeah. I've actually viewed Uptrend and I've seen, I saw Uptrend. I went to their Twitter and they were celebrating 50,000 users in without doing any ICO. And man, I think Uptrend, I saw a vote which was giving them second on one of the upcoming social after Steemit. But what I would say is that I think Uptrend is going to do good, and I feel the platform as as I see it, from what I've seen from your engagement, it's going to be a community of real fine people. So I see the space growing for Uptrend, and I really appreciate what you do with Uptrend, and I see lots of opportunity coming up with that space. So it's a good one. It's a good platform, I would say. But as I would say, I'm still learning in the space, so feel free to share more about Uptrend with me.
Yeah, that's great. Well, as you have said, just yesterday we clocked up at 50,000 members, and without one single paid advert on any social media whatsoever. All we do is to tell people about what we do, and when they look at the four pillars that Uptrend is actually holding up to, which is freedom of wealth creation, and talk about distribution of wealth, and looking at all the four pillars has really make people to look into the project and see it as what they can invest in. And we have equal opportunity for everyone. And looking at Uptrend trying to spread across the globe, and we try to look at Africa as another angle to look into. I think it as an opportunity for every African to embrace the social media platform called Uptrend. Uptrend started just 11 months ago, 11 months ago, and if this is the achievement we can make within 11 months, I wonder what's going to happen if we are celebrating 2 years, 3 years. So is more like you write crypto based. We have Uptrend is known for crypto based content, and if you write something about blockchain, you write about exchange, you write about trading signals, and people within the community or within the platform that are crypto lovers, they look at your content and they appreciate your content, and you get reward for it. And is what you can sit down in your house and make money for yourself as you are helping people you are educating people on crypto world. At the same time, you are getting reward for the value you are releasing to them as they are reading. You are getting value for it. So I see that there are opportunity that comes that is around crypto world generally, especially as social media is concerned. And again, Uptrennd give you a platform to to interact, engage, and thereby increase your influence in crypto world. You mingle with great guys in crypto world. You mingle with you get connected easily. And imagine you write a post and your post is getting like 2,000 views, and even ordinary coin telegraph when you post maybe within 3 days you are getting like 200 views or 100 views. But can you write a quality content, original content written by you, get people in your post and you get reward. So it's a great opportunity for everyone,
Oh,
especially we Africans that really need money as quick as possible. You understand? So you want to say something?
oh, I will check. I mean, I will register.
All right. Africa, Uptrennd Africa as a whole, we are looking at the way where Obi also can come in. Obi can come in, and we have like a mutual relationship together and form a bond to make sure that crypto world in Africa, the adoption increases, and also we get people more into this space as a whole. So that's what I'm just.
Okay. Okay. Okay, that's well noted. Yeah, that's well noted.
All right.
Well,
So I don't know if you have any questions you may want to ask me because I've been asking you questions
oh,
since.
yeah, actually, it's fine. I really get it, so it's fine.
Great one. So thank you for your time, and we really appreciate your. I know you are a very
I really
busy someone,
appreciate
and I
your time.
appreciate I appreciate your time that you have spent with us. And I know that.
To
Oh,
to to you on the.
and I know there are many things that we need to learn as far as OP exchange is concerned. You, coming to you, I wish you best of luck in every of your endeavor, and I know that this crypto space is going to do us well, and we will continue to uh, preach this good news to the world and to the Africa in general.
Okay, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Welcome, bro. You're welcome, bro. So there you have it. Thank you for your time. I remain your able Uptrennd Vibe Ambassador, Olapade Samuel, also known as Engineer Samuels. Have a good day. Thank you. Bye bye.